Hello friends, thank you for tuning in to this video. So I don't usually do this, but I thought I would go ahead and put my face on a video real quick so you guys can kind of see who you're talking to. So I'm Travis, I grow in Louisville, Zone 6B, and my garden style here is cottagey. I really like the wild and cottage look to the gardens. However, I do plan on doing a much more formal garden in the back, and then in the front landscape is a little more neater and a little more repetitive. So anyway, I thought I would go ahead and let you guys see who you're listening to. I am so camera shy, I don't like my face on here at all, but I just thought I'd do that real quick. But it is such a gorgeous time now in the garden here in the backyard where the sun is setting in front of me. It's slowly going down, but it just makes the gardens back here look so pretty. So I want to turn the camera around and we'll just do a little walk around the back garden here, because like I said, it's a beautiful time of the evening, and the sun isn't so harsh where it's fading all the colors out. So anyway, here we go. So lots of purple going on. Purple and blue is probably my favorite colors in the garden. So there used to be a huge holly tree right here that I just had cut down. Oh, maybe a month ago. And that was casting a whole lot of shade on this main garden bed here. And now that it is down, hopefully all this stuff will fill in real fast and I'll be able to plant more in there. Obviously, the sun has gone down over there, but like I was saying, when the sun comes down over there and hits that grass, that's the Miscanthus grass. I don't know, something about it, I just think it's pretty. Beautiful smoke bush. And then all of these gorgeous iris blooms. This has been a good year for iris. So many blooms this year. And it smells like grapefruit juice around this area because of those irises. They are pretty fragrant. I want to go back around this way and I'll show you what I'm trying to do with this space. So right here is a gate, and we hardly ever use this gate, but if we ever do, this is our view. And I want to sort of make like a path going this way. Well, really on each side. But if you can envision a pathway through here that kind of curves, those are my blue bottles that I'm going to put on either side of the pathway there. I got that idea and inspiration from another YouTube gardener, Lark's Gardens. Definitely check her page out. So yeah, this main garden bed here needs to be shaped up a little bit. I think I will bring it out and curve it. So this backyard had nothing in it of course, just the huge maples, but as far as the shrubs and flowers, all of that has been added since we've been here. This is our 4th season. You can see Miss Raven napping there in the garden. If I was a cat, I would love to be napping in the garden. So lots of weeds in here still. I'm trying to get things planted in here, and then I will go through with the plastic. I use the thick black plastic from the hardware store or Lowe's, and that's what I do to choke out the weeds. And then of course put mulch over top of that. The colors are so much more vivid when the sun is going down. So I know we already had a garden tour for this week, but I like to show you guys what it looks like during this time of the day. The bright, harsh sun can kind of fade out the colors. Siberian Iris. Several clumps given to me from my neighbor Chris across the street. They're just kind of in a drift here. Of course, as we get closer in the shade, they're not blooming as much. You can see another, this is the common spiderwort. Another bluish purple color in the garden, which I love. I love the chartreuse and the purple together. Alright. I planted this lamb's ear back here, and this is full shade. And I know the lamb's ear really likes, a dry, hot, sunny spot, but as you can tell, it is growing and spreading. Looks like it's doing just fine here. But it's a nice bright pop or a highlight for a shaded area. All of this did not have any grass in it back in February. And then I think it was end of March, early April, I put some grass seed down, and it's looking pretty good. Again, I need to go through one day and clean up the edges of the gardens and really shape them up nicer. Here's our hosta garden. I'm looking for another part shade perennial, something that grows low, to put in the edge here. I did have creeping buttercup, and if you have it, you know how bad that spreads and takes over, so I ripped a lot of that out this year. So that's why it's kind of bare on the edge. here and look at the Solomon seal. Variegated. This is a bowling ball that I got at the junk store real cheap, and I'm using it as garden art. We'll skip over the ugly under construction zone there. Hostas and coral bells. Again, a lot of this is just repetitive from this week's garden walk video. But again, I wanted you to see everything at this time of day. Boy, has the loosestrife filled in there. That was just a few little pieces right here on the edge last year. That will get the white gooseneck blooms on it. Again, be careful where you put it because it will take over. First bloom of the drift rose. Beautiful yellow rose. And just look at that bud. Alright, now we'll take a quick little walk up to the front yard. Wanted to show you guys the Wisteria too. This is Amethyst Falls. And I plan to have it come and grow along the garage. Purple Salvia. Looking good. And then I believe this is my favorite color on a rose. This peachy coral apricot color. So lots of purples and coral in that garden. Primrose really makes this area bright. Remember a few days ago I planted some dahlias. Well, here is one coming up. I believe that's one of the blue boys, I think. Definitely give me some structure on this corner after the clematis is done. creeping buttercup, the yellow. Really looks pretty when the sun is going down. Hydrangea that's going to be full of buds. Now this is the big mop head flowers, huge flowers, and if I don't stake it up in time before we have a heavy rain, then it will lean completely over here in the driveway, and it will stay like that till next year. So I recommend tying those up. David Austin Rose. This thing is getting ready to pop with buds. Again, this was my grandma's rose. I think the sun this time of day, like I said, is just so pretty on everything. Don't know if the camera is picking up how vivid this catmint nepeta is, but it is very blue. I struggle so bad with onion grass up here in the landscape. And Creeping Charlie, which I believe that's what this is called. Spirea shrub, the chartreuse gold shrub, and burgundy barberry. Sorry for the bumpiness. The growth on everything this year has just been abundant. So within the next week, I will be starting to fill in this expanded or expansion here on the front landscape. I'll turn it so you can see what I'm talking about. So this grassy area here is the expansion of the front border. On the very edge, get my shadow out of there. The very edge is coral bells, and which is a heuchera and lamb's ear. Sorry about the background noise. People don't know how to drive. So in the grassy area, I've already planted the dahlias. If you've seen my couple of videos back, I got some Bishop of Oxford dahlias from Eden Brothers. So there's 8 in here. And then behind those, I'm going to do a drift of the Russian sage. And then I already got 10 of the blue Victoria Salvia. I got those today. And I think they only had about 10 more. So I'll probably be kicking myself wishing I would have just got them all. Because flowers and plants are just going so fast anymore. kind of step back so you can see the landscape a little better. So yeah, Victoria Blue Salvia will go right behind the lamb's ear and the coral bells as my next layer. And then I'll also have the red-orange marigolds that I still have to find. So like I said, this is a work in progress up here. But it will get there. I'm going to show you this weeping blue spruce. I'm not sure if that's really what it's called, but I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. Really makes it feel rustic. Can never go wrong with knockout roses. These are just 2 roses right here. So to give you an idea of how big these get and how fast they grow, this is the 4th growing season we've been here. And these were just in little gallon, maybe even smaller than that, but gallon size pots. And of course they've been trimmed on, or they would be bigger than that, but fast grower. I definitely recommend knockouts. If you want color all season long and something fast growing, dependable. Definitely going to be putting more Nepeta in here. I'll probably need to divide these this fall or next spring. But it has really liked where it's been. I'm going to put one right here and right there. Alright, walking into the sun, but I want to go over here and show you another area that we've been working on. So this here was a big wall of, there is some remnants of it, what was there, but we have filled up 2 40-yard dumpsters of vines, limbs, trees, bushes, you name it, was all in this tree line right through here. And I wanted that to come down, and it looks so much better now that it's all cleaned out of here. But the goal is to have a nice landscaped flower bed through here. If you guys can even picture that right now. Lots of planting still I need to do out here. Really the only thing that's going on is the autumn joycetum and a few of the blue Victoria salvias that they almost all decided to come back this year. So I think we're on the fence whether it's an annual or a perennial. Annabelle hydrangeas, I do believe that they are going to have more blooms than last year, which is exciting. I was a little bit worried about them, but those should be nice, bright white blooms on these. Let's see. Border here, lamb's ear. And that's all so far. But I will probably most likely continue with the blue Victoria Salvia, just like over here, and the marigolds. Again, plastic will be laid down really, really heavy over here in this area. I still have to get help out here to cut down more of the stumps. I may even have to call the professionals in here. If I could at least get them down all the way to the ground, that would be good. Okay, before I pass her up, I wanted to show you the Wisteria now that the sun is not fading out all her glory. Absolutely love this shrub. This is Wisteria Wine and Roses. So yeah, if you guys can see this little piece, that little piece of fence there, so that is where the landscape will come out from over here and go to there, and then will gradually get wider as it comes out here. So again, just work in progress. It'll get there. And soon I will get my last dumpster, hopefully, for all that mess over there. I'm kind of even embarrassed to show you guys that. But just look at all the color I have up here. Show you the circle garden. Not much going on right now, but I am trying to create a circle or a ring of Russian sage, which will be blue, like this color here of the Nepeta, bluish purple. And then I will have orange, pops of orange in here, and I don't know what I'm going to do in the center this year. I could do the same thing I've done the past 2 years, the Mexican sunflower, Tithonia, for my orange. Or if I could get my hands on some of that purple, the purple fountain grass, I think that's what it's called, that gets real big, and that really dark burgundy purple color. I think that would be pretty here in the center. This aster, fall blooming perennial, but that will be purple as well, and that needs to be divided. Never ending garden chores. All right. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you made it this far and I didn't bore you. Primrose. But again, thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my gardening progress through the season, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. here is a look at my Coleus, which I will bring these back in. But I let them set out here to get some sun today. Our nights here in Zone 6B, or Louisville anyway, are still a little bit too cool to plant these out permanently. So these are Coleus, if you didn't know. Wizard Jade. Rainbow. This one's Rainbow. And Red Velvet. Cooking Sage here, the purple. I've got more seed of this, and I'm going to just toss it everywhere because I think it is so pretty when it's in bloom. And we'll end the video here. I just recently planted this up. I'm not done with this container yet. But here we have the purple Super Bells. And the white Supertunia. So for my thriller in this, I need... probably going to go with something orange. You know how I like those two colors together. Here is the blue Victoria Salvia that I purchased today. Look at the stem on this. Isn't that gorgeous? Alright guys, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you guys have time to get out in your garden this weekend. Hope you all have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next video. God bless and take care.